What made Vietnam War jungle combat so deadly up close? What made jungle combat during the Vietnam War so deadly when soldiers faced each other in close quarters? Let's break down the factors that contributed to this intense and dangerous environment. The jungles of Vietnam were thick and dense, filled with heavy undergrowth and towering trees. This terrain made it hard to see and move around. The Viet Cong and North Vietnamese army knew this landscape well. They used it to their advantage, launching surprise attacks and quickly disappearing into the foliage. The jungle also limited the movement of larger troop formations, forcing combat into tight, close engagements where the enemy could strike with deadly precision. The Viet Cong and North Vietnamese army employed guerrilla tactics that were perfect for jungle warfare. They created extensive tunnel networks that served as hidden bases. These tunnels allowed them to evade American patrols, stage surprise attacks, and maintain a strong defense. American soldiers, known as tunnel rats, had to enter these cramped, dark tunnels with only pistols, knives, and flashlights. This often led to deadly close combat in confined spaces where any mistake could be fatal. Additionally, the Viet Cong set up booby traps, mines, and improvised explosive devices hidden in the jungle floor or among the vegetation. These hidden dangers caused injuries and created constant psychological stress for American troops. Every step could lead to a sudden explosion, making the jungle a treacherous place to navigate. The challenge of distinguishing between friend and foe added to the danger. The Viet Cong blended into the local population and the jungle environment, making it hard for American forces to identify threats. This increased the risk of sudden, close-range attacks, which could happen at any moment. Initially, American forces relied on conventional tactics like search-and-destroy missions and helicopter air mobility. However, these strategies often played into the Viet Cong's hands, drawing American troops into ambushes. Helicopters allowed for quick troop deployment but also exposed soldiers to enemy fire in small landing zones. The psychological strain of constant danger, the unpredictability of the jungle, and the difficulty in identifying the enemy all contributed to the deadly nature of combat in this environment. Efforts to clear jungle cover, such as spraying herbicides like Agent Orange, aimed to reduce enemy concealment. However, the dense jungle and the adaptability of the Viet Cong limited the effectiveness of these measures. The United States military developed specialized units trained in jungle warfare, including special forces and rangers, to counter guerrilla tactics. Despite their training and tactical successes, the strategic challenge of fighting a guerrilla war in the jungle remained a significant hurdle. In summary, the deadly nature of close-up jungle combat in Vietnam stemmed from the dense terrain that restricted visibility and movement, the Viet Cong's effective use of tunnels and ambushes, and the psychological and physical stresses faced by soldiers in this hostile environment. These factors combined to create brutal, close-quarters fighting that was uniquely dangerous and challenging.